Hello! Having made a short video about how to adjust the note, adjust the pitch that a given string of your kantele is tuned to, makes perfect sense now to make another video about choosing specifically which pitch each string ought to be. Let's talk specifically about the D major scale, but keep in mind that there are other cool tunings that you can explore to really get the richness of the experience of playing Kantele. So D major, you're going to tune from D to A, passing through D, E, F sharp, G, A, and each of these in scientific pitch notation would be D3, E3, etc., all the way up to A3. And that A3 is an octave below A4, which is the A above middle C, or kind of a standard tuning position if you're tuning a bunch of instruments together. Anyway, so I don't know about you, but my perfect pitch is not fully honed, so I like to use a tuner of some sort, and a kind that's going to be accessible to a bunch of people would be the kind that's available through your tablet computer or pocket phone. This one specifically is not an app, it's just a website anybody can go to, and then you have to approve microphone access. Go to chromatic-tuner.com and then check it out. It's like analogous to a giant dial spinning, and then it stabilizes if there's a stable note. And so you see we're going between D3 and A3, and the only catch here is it's showing this F sharp as a G flat, which, you know, we can choose which one we want to use. Okay, so to actually tune it, I'm going to send this low D and send it flat. Alright, so now it's a C, and I always want to tune up from below. You're going to have a much more stable note if you intentionally go flat or below the note you want to find it at, and then go up. And if you go slightly too high, actually that's exactly perfect, but if you go too high, then you just tune below again, and then come back up. Okay, now I said exactly perfect. I think we all know nothing's exactly perfect. This will demonstrate the number of cents, C-E-N-T-S, that it is off of perfect, and you should be totally fine if you're plus or minus 5 cents. Honestly, plus or minus 10 is pretty hard to hear, and definitely if you're new at this, really any amount of tuning is great, and don't drive yourself crazy over getting it perfect. The other thing to note, I'll move this for the distracting flashing effect. The other thing to note is how you're turning the wrench. I really like to grip it firmly and try to imagine that I'm making a rigid lever out of my entire arm, and instead of trying to twist my wrist with a small motion, which is hard to do, and try to make that rigid lever, and then just almost in my imagination shift my entire body to pull that rigid lever arm, literally. So there's a little bit of a mind game there, but that I find gives me more of that fine control over making little bitty twists of the tuning wrench. All right, best of luck, and I'm going to post in the description some other tunings that are fun to play with. The D major is what I'm describing here, D minor or D-pentatonic, or you can go down to C or even down to B, although you might want to try a different string thickness to do that. And you can go up a little bit too without breaking it, although I wouldn't go up more than a whole step, up to E. maybe F. But yeah, the strings might break, and then there'll be a different video to tell you how to change the strings. All right, good luck.